Didn't really have time today to get out and play around anywhere, anything like that. I was gonna do a little bit of throwing practice and some field work. I might do some commentary over some different types of discs, in my opinion, on different people's skill levels and whether they should or shouldn't throw discs, things like that. But other than that, I'm just gonna warm up with a few putter shots, kind of get loosened up, and then we'll go from there. Up the hips and the arm a little bit. Kind of just trying to flick them out there on a hyzer. That was probably atting this one out a bit more. Yeah, that one was definitely a lot better. Still slightly nose up, but that was it right there. That was a good nose down shot. Okay, so all those shots went about, probably about 225, 230-ish. I'm gonna go ahead now and just step it up to like some flippy drivers. Swing a few of those out there. This Prodigy H3 V2 hybrid driver. I turned that over, so that's probably only out there about 285, honestly. Now I got a kind of a beat up ESP Scorch. Okay, I definitely committed to the hyzer that time. Definitely a better shot on that one. That's probably about 360 if I had to take a guess right there. We'll range some of these better ones with the U-Disc gap, see what they come up with. Discraft Thrasher. Okay, so that was very nose up. Still got some flip on it. That was not a good shot though. This is a trespass, orbit trespass. Try to get some good snap on it, see where it ends up. That one was nose up. Okay, so the Scorch was 358. That H3 that I burned over, it landed right at about 305. The other two discs were right around 335, 340. Just my stock run, Star Wraith. I have a Pro Destroyer. It's a couple months old. It's got a little bit of wear on it. And then my Echo Star Destroyer. This is probably my max potential distance disc. It's probably about a year and a half old. It's got pretty good wear on it. It's pretty flippy, but if I hit it on just the right angle, it will go very far. Pro Destroyer. Okay, so there's a pile out there, like a debris pile at this field I'm throwing in. If I got past it clean, didn't hit anything, that shot should be pretty close to 400. Throw my green Echo Star. It's more flippy than that one I just threw. I think I threw that one pretty close to flat. This one has to come out on hyzer. It's gonna cut roll.
Alright, dude.
Okay, so I committed to the hyzer on that shot. To a fault, honestly. That was too much. Now here's that stock run Star Wraith. Maybe a baby hyzer to flat on this one, give it the height. Really gonna try to get this one up in the air, see what it does. That's a mash. It's a little nose up, but I got it up in the air. Okay, so that probably didn't beat the Pro Destroyer, but that was a decent throw nonetheless. We'll take a look at those and see where they end up on U-Disc. Okay, so we are back. Just had a train come by. I kind of slowed up video there for a second. Through the Wraith. I burned it over to the ground. It's probably sitting at about 300. I'm going to try this green Echo Star Destroyer that I've got. See how far I can get it. Full flex flight. That one's going to burn over. Okay, so that was a really good throw. Other than it needed to be about 15 feet higher off of the ground. See what happens. Okay, so I got that one a little too high. Still probably about 390. Alrighty, we're gonna try the Scorch and the Thrasher again. Hyzer, give it the height. That needs to come out of that, and that's crushed. Yeah, that one hit 400 for sure. Alrighty. Come on, Thrasher. I haven't thrown a good shot with you today. Let's see if we can throw one.
Idiot.
And I turned it over. That was good height too. That was just way too high. I turned over. Alrighty. I'm gonna go collect these discs and then kind of do a recap of all the throws. Okay, so what did I learn today? Well, not a whole lot really, other than I have the potential to throw a 420 plus foot drive if I get a hold of my disc right, but probably shouldn't be trying in tournaments yet because it's too touchy and it's liable to just be a cut roller or be skied into the air. Other than that, my 385 golf shots still pretty locked in. I mean, I know if I dialed back about 10% power off most of those, they would land within the area I wanted them to. I've also learned that with the angle of attack I'm throwing with right now, I used to throw with more hyzer, and I think for some reason I'm slight hyzer to flat now for some reason. I don't know. But I feel more powerful, so I don't want to change that per se. I just definitely need to stay away from certain discs that are too flippy for me because they're just going to be a liability. Other than that, I guess all I would probably leave this video with would be I don't necessarily think that people have to be able to throw a certain distance to throw a certain disc. If they like the disc, throw the disc. I don't care if you throw 250 foot and you want to throw a Star Destroyer on every single hole that you go to. If that's the way you like to play the game, then play the game that way. We're all just having fun at the end of the day, aren't we? I mean, less than 1% of us are the ones making money actually doing it, and the rest of us are just playing to compete because we like to compete or we enjoy it. And I guess what else I would say is it always a Wraith? No. Just because you throw a 400 and you can't crush a disc out to 500, I don't believe that means that you necessarily have to throw a Wraith over a Destroyer. This Star Wraith I got, brand new, was significantly more stable than the Pro Destroyer was when it was brand new, even though they both been thrown. So I would say, throw what you like. Whatever company it is, whatever speed of disc it is, just throw what you like and have fun doing it. That's the most important thing for me anyways. That's why I'm starting to make videos, is I just enjoy it. I want to have footage of me throwing so that I can tweak my own form and get better and have other people help me out and teach me things that I can maybe change or do different. Or maybe there's somebody new that sees me throw and they know I'm not a big creator or nothing, so I have time to answer questions and give you pointers because I don't have thousands of subscribers that are going to be bugging me in my comments or in my DMs asking questions. I can help you out. If you're somebody new and you see me throw and you want to be able to throw as far as I do, I can teach you how I got there and the steps I've taken, and maybe you can get there without getting injured. That's my biggest deal. I could probably push a little more distance than what I got, maybe even push out to 450, but I don't want to do that this early in the season, and I also don't want to risk injuring myself by throwing everything at 90% power. I feel like for me, what I feel like is about 75% power, that's where I cut off. If you're throwing harder than that, maybe 80 even, but if you're throwing harder than that, you're just asking to get injured. But appreciate you guys watching the video. I know it's kind of random. It's just me throwing into a field across some railroad tracks in the middle of nowhere, but if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, comment, whatever. Everybody have a good day.